The following video is rated PG for puzzling gameplay. Viewer discretion is advised.
It's now time to test who are the fastest speed demons willing to take part in this stage clear event. Will our only champion win it all again, or will there be a surprise? Only time will tell. Hello puzzlers, this is Cards of the Heart. Welcome to the League of Puzzle Speedrunners Tetris Attack Speedrun Tournament 2025. This is the stage clear event. The stage clear mode is a mode that will definitely test your raw speed and to help and decide how fast your cursor can be. It'll really push you to your absolute limits to try and move through 31 stages as fast as you can. And to help us add a little more levity to the chaos that's about to occur is our very own Six joining us. Six, how much are you appreciative of the skill set it takes to beat the stage clear mode?
When I watch some of the people play this, my hands just catch on fire by proxy, just because there's no real shortcuts to moving around the way you need to very rapidly. It's all just manually tapping and doing this for the length of the entire set of stages, let alone doing it multiple times for this mini tourney is going to be that's quite the physical task by itself, as well as making all of the decisions on just how to pop everything as fast as possible, which is way different than sending a lot of garbage to CPU opponents in the versus mode. So it takes a little bit of a different skill set and mindset, but I think these people definitely have the ability to do that well here.
Yeah, we've got 4 players here who sport at least decent enough amount of cursor speed to be able to put this game to the test. I'm actually going to be taking a part in this one, just because we need a 4th player to really make this possible. We have Ty, we have the Beefin 314, and we have our defending champion and our only champion of this event, Yoshi 112. This is the 3rd time we have held this event, and Yoshi is the heavy favorite to win it all once again. But before we assess our players' chances of doing well in this tournament, let's go over how this tournament is going to work. We have 30 stages that have to be done in the stage clear mode, as well as the last stage at the very end where you actually have to make combos and chains in order to win. But we can talk more about that when we get to that stage. There is a special stage after round 3. There are 6 rounds of 5 stages apiece that have to be cleared, and the special stage denotes a halfway point where the level gets fast enough to where a 6th panel color gets introduced. So there's a little special stage after round 3 that gives a little preview of what you're going to see at the end. It is optional. You do not need to complete that. Please top out and skip that as soon as you can, and you will be able to get through that as soon as possible. We are going to start with a set of 2 qualifying races. I believe I've set a time limit of 40 minutes for these races, but I can't imagine anyone here finishing over 30 minutes, quite honestly. And then, like some of the fastest players, like Yoshi, you might see will have a good opportunity of finishing in under 20 minutes. So these will move pretty fast, but they're not short like our versus tournament speedrun. So we're going to have 2 races to determine the top 4. We will seed the top 4 appropriately that way. The winners of each race will get the top 2 seeds, and then the fastest times among the non-winners, the single fastest time, will determine the other seeds. So the automatic winners will get seeded based on who has the fastest time, and then the next 2 seeds will be seeded based on their fastest times. And if we have to go to the second time to determine a tiebreaker, then so be it. And that will determine our top 4 bracket, where each semifinal will be 1 stage clear race, and then the final match will be a first to 2 stage clear race wins in order to become the TA 2025 stage clear champion and get 4% of our crowdfunded prize pool. Prize pool now standing at $556 out of our ultimate stretch goal of $1,000. Thank you to everyone who has contributed thus far, because you have already made it possible for the top 8 of the Versus tournament to get a piece of the pool. And all of our Versus players will definitely be appreciative of that. I believe that includes all of the players that are currently in the field. I think they all qualified top 8, if I remember right. So we do have that going for us. Definitely appreciate that. And once again, the champion of this stage clear event will get 4% of that pool, which right now it's like $22. That's not a small chunk of change, Six. Like, what kind of things could you do with $22?
That's almost enough to load your Steam wallet with enough to get Tetris the Grandmaster 4. Just recently came out on Steam. So much block clearing. It can fund many people's little gaming habits. Maybe get them a meal. Maybe get them a new controller. Start funding new bionic hands for all the tapping you have to do in certain games. Money can be exchanged for goods and services.
That indeed it can, and $20-something will not be a small amount will not lead to a small amount of goods and services that you can get, or yeah, you can just put that towards Tetris the Grandmaster 4 as well. It's certainly understandable at this time of year, but we've got 4 players ready to throw down some stage clears, so let's see what these 4 players can do. It's going to include myself, it's going to include Ty, the Beef in 314, Yoshi 112, and we're about to get things started right now!
Players of this caliber are almost certainly not going to die unless there's an accidental bonk. So they're just going to focus on as many little match 3 pops as possible, manually raising the stack, doing it all over again, sometimes probably even avoiding chaining because that limits the options to match a whole bunch of panels at once. I think we are off. And we start round 1, stage 1. Which is the cute little Yoshi stage. All 4 players raise about as high as they could. Let's try and skim down to that line. Yoshi does it first, followed by Cards, followed shortly by Ty. And Beefin, all within roughly 8 seconds of each other on the first stage. Efficiency from Yoshi is building a little bit of the lead, but Card's not too far behind. Other players are trying to skim under that line. Want to be careful because the stage can't end if stuff is in the middle of popping. So you want just enough to do that and then end the stage right there. A little bit of combo weaving. To try and pop multiple panels efficiently, then just moving on to a different part of the board to get combos there. You can see Yoshi here popping something in 3-4 different columns at once. After getting a match, just immediately move straight on. Skim down to the bottom line. And then move on to the 5th stage of the set. All 6 of these rounds have 5 different stages. Usually the target line gets a little bit deeper, or the starting board is a little bit different or higher. Enough efficiency from Yoshi that he clears 1-5, just as the others clear 1-4.
Yeah, if I may interrupt while I'm doing this, it really cannot be understated. Like raw cursor speed will go a long way towards maximizing your efficiency in this run, but you also really want to plan for how you want to clear the panels efficiently. You really can't afford to wait for panels to pop before making your next move. You want to make your matches that way you don't have to wait on anything to resolve, and I think Yoshi, with his superior experience in this run, does that better than anyone in the community.
Yeah, just a whole bunch of fireworks and oh, 2-2 is done. How about that? Card's only maybe half a stage back. Tie starting 2-1. Tie ending 2-1, but even starting 2-1 now because of an unfortunate bonk on 1-5. That'll happen sometimes when you're trying to squeeze out all the frames. That one clear of the hearts will get Yoshi past 2-3. Not bad. High raising the stack a few more lines so we can get more clears below the line, and then just skim the remaining ones down. Get out of 2-2. It's just like 18 or something panels popping at the same time on Yoshi's board. just Yoshi things, and done with 2-4.
Indeed it is. Indeed, it's just Yoshi things, and the rest of us don't play this game mode enough to really keep up.
Yeah, like I said before, these are pretty much all individual taps. There's no real dash shortcuts unless you're flying from the top to the bottom or from the left to the right. It may be a little bit less pressure on the fingers in certain configurations, like keyboards or something, but no matter what the scheme is, you just gotta tap it. Endurance can be a thing here. Yoshi gets past the first of the Poochie stages. card is the next one to enter. Even sort of catching up to Ty, as Ty has had to take some extra time to figure out some ways to get to the end of these stages. But still making good time himself, ending the second round in about 6.5.
Another thing that might prove valuable as you get more experience with this mode is just figuring out how many panels you need to match in order to actually get through to the next stage. Like how many lines you have to clear in total in order to get under the clear line, and that's kind of hard to teach without having had a lot of experience in it. Like just pay attention mostly to how many more panels Yoshi clears under the clear line. I think he's going to be better with that kind of efficiency than everyone else in the field. That's my personal opinion.
Some of our puzzle players are raising to the very top line, and as soon as they get a combo or chain, that's why you hear the stop. A little bit of extra stop time if you need it. Most of these puzzle players here don't particularly need it, but if you're just trying to survive, that's probably the strats you want to rely on for a while.
Yeah, you have to get into the top 2 lines of the entire board in order to get that extra stop time, and it may not be a problem for any of us until maybe getting to around 6.
Oh right, you can do this. Yeah. At the end of between the 3rd and 4th rounds, you would normally play the special stage, but you don't have to win it. And if you want to go advanced, you don't even have to play it. You just reset and then continue from round 4. I think that saves a little bit. But either way, if you play and lose the special stage, you also just advance. It's fine. It's totally optional. It's a teaser of what's to come.
I don't remember the timing of when to do that reset, and I'm not going to be winning or losing based on that that reset anyway, so I'm not even going to bother with it. I don't think anyone else here will. I think only Yoshi will do that.
Bye, Bowser. Bye, Bowser. Ty sees the clear line on the bottom of 3-5. Needs to... wait, no, triangles and then... yes, that's just enough panels. And out of round 3. Ethan's got a decent pace, but may still be a little bit under the chaining mindset of the other modes, not able to make up too much time on the others. But it's still popping panels. For the maximum speed, you just have to have a little bit of a different mindset entirely. 3, 3, 3, 3, 3, different corners of the board at all times. That is enough of a skim for Yoshi to get past 4-4. Oh opening up a bit of an extra lead on everybody else with that speed diff.
Honestly, this is how most of the stage clear races with Yoshi tend to go. Like, the only other person in our neck of the woods that seems to have any shot of playing at this speed is FFR Pro, and he is not available to join us today.
One more pop, matching out of the chain smartly to not waste that extra little bit of time. And now Yoshi moves on to the Blard set. Yoshi getting a basically full field. Landing combos into chains, blink and you'll miss it as fast as the characters to the sides are blinking to each player's swaps. That's a pretty dang good 5-1. On the second half of the stages, you're now dealing with the neglected panel, the blue upside down triangle. Say hi to it. It doesn't get featured by us very often.
And that's because the panel only appears at versus level 9 and 10, and the versus mode we always play these tournaments on only go up to level 6. So yeah, we don't get an opportunity to see this unless someone else in the Endless tournament decides to play on a harder level, and usually the only person doing that with any regularity is Yoshi. Go figure.
A whole mess of fireworks, and Yoshi clears the stage. If I had the ability to just Control-C that line and then just Control-V it for the rest of the tournament, I probably don't even have to speak, do I? But yeah. Good efficiency there. Ty sees the bottom line, but knows that it's gonna have to... It's probably better to pop more panels below it, so raises just a couple more times to make it easier to pop what's needed to get below that. Ty now on the blarg. Yo, I see Beefin doing those little versus techs. Tables and clears. It's not going to be as rewarded as much when we're going for raw quantity, but moving on to 4-5 at about the 15-minute mark. That is still not something that even most experienced puzzle players can do. Meanwhile, Yoshi, the first one onto the Raven set of stages in round 6. The speed makes it a lot trickier to continue to catch stuff as it is falling, so this puts even more emphasis on just trying to go for individual matches as much as possible. Also, if you're a beginner to intermediate player, the stack actually raises at a decent speed now, so you may have to rely more on the bonus stop time. Again, shouldn't be much that this set of players needs to worry about much, but there is the factor of that unfortunate bonk. It's not as bad as bonking in Marathon. All you have to do is start from the beginning of the stage, and none of these stages usually take more than 30 to 40 seconds. But it still hurts your head. I see a series of 9 combos to get down there. Good clear from Beefin. Ooh, okay. No, Ty is safe. Had to make a combo to not get bonked there. Goes now down-secking everything just fine. You do sacrifice the extra stop time if you choose to manually raise the stack yourself, so you just need to make sure to have a clear in mind. Yoshi doing a masterful job of having 2 different halves of the board do different things at the same time. Combos all over the place from all these gamers. I like it. Is that enough? That's just enough for a flat shave for Yoshi to clear 6-4. Now just moving on. Moving on to 6-5. Has mostly a full board. Will be downside as full as possible. We'll raise it to near the top again. I believe the clear line is still 2 or 3 more lines below this. So another series of fireworks there. 8 combo, 4 combo, 5 combo, infinite combo, heart clear, and Yoshi out of round 6, and now facing the final Bowser, the last stage. We got Slug Bowser over here. He's got an HP bar. Now, you actually do need to do the combos and chains. Bye, Bowser! Speed is fast, but if you can manage to juggle a 6 chain, that will be enough to destroy him. That stage was pretty much perfectly played, and Yoshi clocks in with a borderline unachievable by mortals time of 1851.
I think the jury's still out on whether or not Yoshi is actually human, but can't help but get the random comment about his playing on keyboard and whether or not it should be allowed. but it's whatever. We're all good with it.
I mean, I use controller because I like the feel of it, and I'm stubborn.
Yeah, personally, I'm just into the authentic experience. So I'll play on original hardware whenever I can. Which is what I am playing on today. Oh, I see Yoshi had the time to drop in chat that he's going to try the next race on controller for a little demonstration. Might be fun for the audience to just see how different it actually is for Yoshi on controller and keyboard by comparison, because it really doesn't make a whole lot of difference. as you will see in the next race.
I've read about this somewhat in like the top record holder of all of the Super Mario Brothers records primarily uses keyboard, but has come within fractions of a second of times anyway on original hardware, just to show that yeah, I can also do it that way. The ultimate flex. As we hear the cause of the Raven from the other puzzle players, trying to clear round 6 with a decent time. I believe we can now see all of the little things that really make this mode tick. The mindset on how to just match as many panels as possible. It's only present in this mode. Most other modes, you focus on the chains, can be a little bit hard to defocus that at times. But if you can adjust, it ends up being pretty fun, just seeing how many simultaneous fireworks you can set off at the same time. It's the game feel of it is nice.
This is definitely a mode that I could use a lot more practice in, as we are showing just how far distant Yoshi is from everyone else in here. So let's get some times logged in. Again, Yoshi officially finishing with an 18:51. I clocked in a little late for 22:34 to take second. Ty finishes at 22:54, so seems like the two of us might have a good little fight for second place in our hands. I think that's a new personal best for Ty, I think.
Hey, love to see it.
So that's good for Ty.
Okay, that skin will move Ethan on to 6-5. Probably on pace for a 25 something, assuming this goes fine.
Yeah, I can see now that Beefin is trying to do a little bit of chaining at like level 9-ish speed. That's a bit tricky to do if you're not practiced on it for a while. I mean, Beefin does have PvP experience, so he does play a little bit on that speed, but you're not necessarily... I don't think you're necessarily trying to build chains in the human games either.
But you've been so Pavloved into it from everything else you've done. It's just so hard to deconstruct that and do an entirely different strat. It'll work.
Indeed. And there's a comment in the live chat about the playlist. That is a the CD quality remaster of the in-game soundtrack that Intelligent Systems themselves released on their website. I believe it's all an entire album. It's called Panopon Harmony. And yeah, it's a really high quality remaster of the original in-game soundtracks, and it's all available on the Intelligent Systems website. It's on YouTube as well. After one race, it is Yoshi in the lead with a dominating time of 18 minutes 51 seconds. I came in second with 2234, Ty in third with 2254, and Beefin in fourth with a 2530. The way things are trending right now, it appears that Ty and I will have to play in the bracket, as will Yoshi and Beefin, but I suppose Beefin has an opportunity to change that fortune if he's able to turn it up another gear. We'll see how he's able to pull that off.
I think it could still be closer than expected. I assume that in the next run is going to be a little bit more of the adjustment to just 3-3-3, and also I believe there was one beef and bonk, so without that, could definitely be quite a bit closer.
I will go ahead and pay off the prediction in the live Twitch chat, because I did ask if there were going to be any times over 25 minutes, and due to that unfortunate beef and bonk, there was a time over 25 minutes today, so one lucky winner gets some free Twitch points. Alright, let's go ahead and get these players in position for Game 2. Yoshi has the first automatic top seed, and seems like Ty and I will be in the best contention to get the second seed. So we'll see. Timer's counting down. Game 2 is about to head your way.
We have go. Alright, who's gonna have the best jump off of 1-1? It's shallow enough that you can just raise the top of the board and see the clear line below, and then it's just how efficiently can you clear this board? Yoshi first, Cards maybe just a couple seconds behind, Ty maybe second behind that, Beefin a second behind that. All good things. Stops flying all over the place. Panels popping on every side. Ooh, need a bit of a skim from Yoshi, but still out pretty well. Then Ty, then Beefin, then Cards. Hey, here we go.
Yeah, I expected Ty's superior cursor speed to be able to get adjusted to outpace me at some point. Nice to see Beef finally get in on the game, though.
Uh-oh. Well, Ty through, Cards through. Just a little bit later, Beefin having to take 1-3 from the top.
Oh no.
Ooh, you know, I would not be surprised if Yoshi intentionally attempted to pop those two falling chains with different timings, because if you have 4 clearing and then you have a different set of 4 clearing, that is slightly more efficient than an 8 clearing. And I guess super technically, at least in this mode, better to do a 4 and a 4 than the 8. Although there is extra swap time of making sure you don't do the... It's close. We're talking min-maxing the frames here. That gets Ty past 1-5 in less than 3 minutes. Very, very good. Difference of maybe 6 seconds for cards right now. Good down stacking from Yoshi to get past 2-1. So that round bird with the confused look on its face on the Lakitu stage, that is my spirit animal. Very, very, very relatable. We've stopped firing as cards downstacks quickly. Tai sees the bottom of 2-2. Just clear all the panels anyway and get out at around 4 minutes. The game timer does stop between stages. And only ticks down when you are actually playing stages. But for the most part, I believe it is accurate-ish to the game time. I know there's issues in the equivalent of this mode in Pokemon Puzzle League if you like continue from not the start. But I think this one is more accurate. How many popping panels was that at the same time on Yoshi's board? That legitimately scares me. But either way, now out of 2-4. But a close second place battle still between cards and Tai. That's definitely a more efficient clear from cards there. Tai needs to get rid of one more line and skim it down. Okay, a little bit of a position change there, but still needs to get through 2-5. Decent amount of panels to clear. Tai finding 4 and a 5, 4 on the right side, moving over to stuff on the left side. It's a good shortcut for your eyes to divert between different halves of the board and see what you can do there, and if you see something that's falling into a chain, go on to the different half. Cards out of round 2. Tai out of round 2 roughly 5 seconds after. Beef still hanging in there with decent combos. And Popper's there, seeing the clear line, and now just trying to dig for column clears. It is a little bit more manageable to try and go for if it most efficiently, it would be a mix of all kinds of clears across the board. But if you had to choose like just one orientation, it would be the vertical clears, because your cursor swaps horizontally, and generally when something is popping horizontally, it places more restrictions on what else you're able to clear immediately vertically. So as you can see on Yoshi's side, just a swarm of vertical clears to just pop like 9, 12 panels at a time. Sorting by column will get you pretty far. Its cards out of 3/3. Tiny needs that one more pop, losing a few more seconds. But we've also yet to hit the big speed and complexity increase at the second half of this. And yes, Cleany stacked and Yoshi out of dog. At about the 840-ish mark. Still quite blazing compared to the other puzzle competitors, but they're having a fine competition of their own here. Seeing both Cards and Ty trying to get rid of this board in 3-5. Nice 11 combo from Tyler to get a lot at once. Hanging more around the top half of the board while Cards is addressing like all of the corners at once, but sees the line. You do need one more match there. There it is. But now maybe like a 4-second difference between Cards and Ty there. Maybe we'll kill the Bowser now. Nah, just kidding.
Not today.
Saving that for later. Ooh. Yoshi working up from the top to then sort of addressing the bottom as things just all fall into place. Very riveting gameplay.
Boo this man! I never change 6.
Ty going for that 4 combo up top to buy a little bit of stop time to think about how to clear the rest. Taking a little bit of extra setup, but now finding a lot of combos. That is going to cost a little bit of time. That skimming to still remain close-ish to where Cards is currently. Beefin still can't quite kick the chaining mindset at times, but has now filled up the board and trying to run through things there. Now he sees some column clears. Ty just needs to clear that. And is ready to start 4-4. Yoshi needed to find one more little 3-pop to efficiently get out of 4-5, but doesn't now. Ty and Cards drilling down their board, and then raising it back up until they see the clear line of 4-4. Ty lets that chain on the right resolve while clearing combos on the left side. Cards raise a bit extra to find some easy clears to get out of 4-4. Ty, that'll fall into the chain to get out. maybe like an extra second because of that last superfluous chain. Not too much time in the grand scheme of things, but it can add up. Yeah, after a little bit, you tend to start seeing more of all of the vertical columns you can deal with. Sometimes they're just not aligned right, and you have to work some extra or start making some horizontals. But still, a very decent 4-5 from there because of all those efficient vertical clears. Still competitive on the top side as we move on to Blarg. So the game speed itself has risen. It does make it trickier to juggle chains, but again, not as concerned about chains in this mode. What it can really do is just unlock the ability to deal with things falling together a little bit faster. As when the blocks don't take as long to pop, you can then formate something that little bit faster too, if you have it ready. And that's where you'll see a little bit more of the skill diff come into play at times. Don't necessarily have to wait on things as much as you can just arrange it and let it fall, and then move on to something else. And the more you can do that uninterrupted, the faster you get out of these stages. Yeah, it's a very close topside battle. This is one of the more interesting stage clear battles I've seen. How shall it end at the end of the last Bowser? Oh yeah, Yoshi out of Blarg much faster than anybody else, but that's, you know, the expected result. But for the exciting thing... Both players up top. Starting 5-4. Very clean way to handle the right side of the field on cards aside. Tie bouncing between the left and the right, and that 8 combo. Possibly some pops not expected, but just keep on rolling with it. Try and skim off the top. Ooh, nice. It's tied by maybe not more than a couple seconds over cards at the moment. I think I just saw a horizontal 9 on Yoshi's side. That's a little bit tricky to structure. Trying to flatten the board a bit to raise it up, to have more panels to get past the clear line. Card raising way up to get all of the panels. Card's definitely going to be out of there first with a very efficient 5-5. But Ty not too far behind. As we now play the Raven. Yeah, there's enough game speed that whatever initial clear you do is not going to affect what you do to follow it up too much. Card's barely out of 6-1 first. Yeah, we got an 8 chain on the Raven. Very nice. I'm trying to work on both halves of the board. Again, the game speed is fast enough that it's not as much of a necessity now. You just sort of go for the match. Ty needs to find that one more pop to be able to skim this down. That costs just a couple seconds, but these can sometimes be games of a couple seconds. Yoshi has cleared the Raven and is facing the last stage and is going to try and eliminate this Bowser with a simple 3, 4, 5, clear. So, as most could safely predict, Yoshi done again. This time around the 20-minute mark, but we still have a pretty close heat for who exactly is going to come in second on here. So let's see how this resolves, shall we? Ooh, and Beefin showing off some comboing skill on multiple sides of the board as well. So good stuff from the puzzle players at the tail end of this second race. That's near simul 6-4 finishes. I like it. So Ty going for a few columns. Taking a little bit of time to find it more. Has to buy some time with the last row extra stop time, but has now found footing again to start clearing down. Card has been clearing down more of them. Gonna raise the stack one more time to see the clear line here. Ty still needs some extra work, but is finding a couple columns at a time. The 6 horizontally. That's cards out now. Ty needs one more match in the skim down. Ending his Raven about 7-ish seconds later. One clean. If the Bowser attack is clean, this should be fine. Ooh, it's fine enough. Well, right behind by Ty. Very interesting battle that I think we are about to see a run back of anyway. So look forward to that, puzzle players.
Yeah, that was quite the back and forth of emotions between the two of us, me and Ty, on top. So let's log some times here now that I have a moment. Yoshi finishing on controller with 20:03. To quote Yoshi, I'm terrible on controller. We can clearly see that. And then I improved my time to 22:20 and claimed the automatic second spot to avoid any Yoshi shenanigans in round 1 of the bracket. Tai improves his time as well to a 22-27, and that will leave Beefin to have to play Yoshi in the first round of the bracket, which just gives me a little bit of time to set up the bracket as Beefin finishes out the last 2 regular stages.
When in doubt, comfort it out. Make the change you can see, because I'll still eliminate the panels. Roll up to the top for that extra bit of stop time, just to ensure against any brain hiccups. Work towards the clear line one last time by getting the stuff above it. Possibly stuff below it to be able to fit that in. And then move on and destroy that Bowser. Two, three. The game speed is a little bit faster than in a versus mode where you're trying to do some kind of 6 chain. But just a couple more combos are needed. And there he goes. Good race.
Job well done by Beefin for finishing. We'll count that as 25-28. And Beefin's out here getting his personal best on with this stage clear mode. Good to see indeed. I think Beefin was promising $5 per every personal best we get throughout these tournaments. That includes these stage clear events, so we might see another contribution to the pool before this whole tournament is done. That should lock in the standings after our 2 qualifying races. It will be Yoshi coming in first place with an overall time of 18 minutes 51 seconds. I'm in second with 22 minutes 20 seconds. Tai just missed out on the second seed, getting a 22-27. And Beefin, the most consistent person in this field, went from a 25-30 to a 25-28. So, job well done for Beefin on getting better at this mode. I think we're all getting better at this mode. In fact, that last race was a new race personal best for me as well. I don't remember if that's an actual personal best, seeing as how long it's been since I have played this mode extensively, but let me double check for my edification for the sake of Beefin's matching if there is going to be an extra contribution. Now I have a 2158 personal best in this category from a long time ago, like 2018. It's how long I last did that. So that's not gonna be another $5 from Beefin, it seems, but this should make this bracket incredibly competitive. At least this 2-3 match will be very, very close. And you know what? I think we'll go to that 2-3 matchup on the other side of this break. We'll see how much Beefin can prepare for the great and powerful Yosh. Let's see if we can make that happen. But I think I want to get me and Tai started in the first match of the bracket, and we will bring that to you right after this. Stay tuned. You are watching the League of Puzzle Speedrunners Tetris Attack Speedrun Tournament 2025 Stage Clear Edition. Stay tuned. Welcome back to the League of Puzzle Speedrunners Tetris Attack Stage Clear Speedrun Tournament 2025. Cards of the Heart here to get you set up for this bracket stage. We've got the Beefin 314 here joining us for this first race. Beefin, how was that experience for you doing those first two races?
I got 2 PBs, so that's great. Good to know that I can still get a PB after dying twice. So there's lots of room for improvement to get sub 25 now. But you know, I haven't been in a stage clear tournament, so wanted to check it out, what's all about. And yeah, I really enjoy it because you know, I know at my current level in like endless and stage clear, I'm not gonna like win the tournament, but it's fun to just see where you rank and where you're at. So I really enjoyed that experience, and yeah, I'm looking forward to your match between you and Ty.
Yeah, yes, after those 2 qualifying races, again, it was Yoshi 112, very overwhelmingly out in front with a singular best time of 18:51 for first place. I got the second seed for winning, aside from Yoshi, the second race with a 22:20. Ty came in third with a 22:27, and Beefin over here came in fourth, getting a best time of 25:28, which leaves our bracket picture for the single elimination bracket looking like this.
Yeah.
Where Beefin will be playing Yoshi
Again.
later on in the broadcast. But me and Ty made things very competitive in that set of races, and now we're going to have one more race to decide who is going to move on to the finals first. So I'm going to bow out and let Beefin take things over once we start the match, but myself and Ty should be a very good one, and it is coming your way right now.
All right, timer's counting down. Look at Ty, yeah, bumping the fists. Let's go, keeping the hands warm. Love it. Now I'm trying to get, I'm trying to learn from these two. So, if you're a newer player, let's learn together. Let's kind of see let's observe what everybody's doing. So, Cards levels the stack. Ty doesn't. And Ty's expert PvP experience, I think Ty is currently, I think he's master rank. He's either master or diamond, like a super high rank in PvP. So interesting. So Cards levels the stack, and Ty, just kind of goes and finds the first thing. It looks like Cards is raising the stack more to make sure that he can see the clear line earlier. Okay. Meanwhile, Ty is very good at multitasking. That's a discipline that you have to learn in order to be even remotely competitive at PvP, especially if you want to reach gold rank. Ty getting an incidental clear on the clear line, so it's going to waste a couple more seconds, and it sucks even more in stage 1, where it's essentially easy mode if you're playing versus com or whatever you call it. I got Woods on the mind. Versus com. Shoutouts to the Woods community. You know who you are. Okay, so Ty didn't raise all the way up to show the clear line. It looks like Cards is going to have to clear a little bit more here, but does, so he gets a 2 clear line, and it's going to take a little bit of a lead here. Looks like a 2-second in-game time lead. Once again, Cards just, raising the stack all the way up just to show the clear line, and Ty is just, multitasking with the best of them, making sure to get a bunch of combos. That's what I need to be doing. I need to stop making so many dang chains. I don't know. Maybe I need to start making chains in a different, like maybe in Blarg or something. Start making chains. But yeah, Cards has got pretty good lead right now. About 7 in-game seconds. And it looks like about 8 in-game seconds now, based on the countdown. Yeah, I think that's something I need to, we should be striving for is, like always be moving. That's something in the Woods community that's really, really important, is always moving, always doing something. And that's, all right, Cards is going to take the early lead out of stage 1. Man, once again, Cards is doing really well, making sure that looks like he's only cutting things off at a 3-chain, and just going for just tons of combos. Maybe this would be good to help with kind of seeing what's happening for combo storms easier. Because if you train your mind to do that, maybe that's something to think about. That's something to think about. Huh, yeah, so look at that, like, you flatten the stack and raise all the way up, and you're basically exposing the clear line through, stage 2-2. That's really, really cool. Okay, that's good to know, Nice 2-5 there. Alright, yep, Cards recognized that was it and didn't extend it to a 3-chain. That's really, really important, is recognition of when you're past the clear line. Super, super important. Okay, Cards didn't raise the stack as much as he usually does. Just like kind of started, it looked like. Ty is not flattening the stack at all. Yep. While Ty's cursor speed is like really, really fast, I feel that Cards is more fluid. Maybe that means he makes better decisions with the speed, like relative to how much he has. I don't know. I'm not sure. Further investigation is needed. Ty raising higher than he usually does, to expose that clear line earlier. 3-8? Yeah, 3-8. Okay, yeah. Cards is going pretty strong, but I feel that the advantage is going to get shored up at Blarg, like the faster stages. That's where Ty's cursor speed's really going to serve him well. Be able to clear a whole bunch of stuff much earlier and much faster than Cards can. So that's the thing, it's like if you don't have, so what can you do to shore it up? So if you don't have good cursor speed, the next best thing is you just have to make better decisions than than the person you're racing against. Cards has proven that, at times he's able to recognize combo patterns faster, especially with Ty's reliance on 4 combos, which is extremely good in PvP because they're so fast. Yeah, Card's taking a little bit longer to start something there, but is clearing a lot of panels really quickly. Yeah, so just not doing inserts. That's not something you should be doing. Okay. So this is really cool. This is what you can learn from top level players. Yep, and see Cards right there, recognizing that he's at the clear line. He doesn't want to put the heart in the empty well, because he knew it would make a match and waste some time. Which I think on this level would be about 2 seconds, and you don't be wanting that. So yeah, good recognition from Cards to clear that, but maneuver it in such a way that it wouldn't clear. So basically just saying I'm done with this combo. Ah, Cards messed that one up, but that's okay. He's pretty far ahead right now. But again, you know, this is, you know, like the later levels is where Ty can really put that cursor speed to good use. And I would know. I recently, you know, played Ty in PvP, and even though it was basically like 2/3 him, 1/3 me, which I think he was off his game that day. You know, I think a fully rested Ty, you know, fully loaded Thnicka Man, yeah, that would be dangerous in PvP. But yeah, really cool. Really cool to play him in PvP, and a very solid player. You know, I mean, you don't get to become master or diamond rank or whatever he is, you know, by just playing Rufus and Doofus. You know, like, you actually have to beat top level players, and that speaks a lot to his skill. Yeah, Card's about to get out of 3-4, yeah. Ty just starting it, but look, yeah, just recognizes, just raises all the way up to the clear line. That's, Yeah, I would start raising again. But what do I know? I'm here in the booth with y'all while they're, you know, clearing a bunch of stuff. Looks like Cards doesn't really know what's going on. Needs to start something here. A lot of disjointed attacks here. Alright, that's better. So I would hazard a guess to say that Cards is maybe 2/5 of a stage ahead. Okay, no, yeah, about 2/5 of a stage. About 40% of a stage ahead. And remember, everybody, we don't beat Bowser here, unfortunately, because now Ty, there was a 9 combo right there, and he just didn't take it, and there was nothing ahead of above it, so that wasn't gonna matter. Could have had a free 9 combo. You even set it up, Jerry. That's okay. But yeah, I'm sad that we don't defeat Bowser there. As a kid, I actually loved putting in that password and going straight to that Bowser fight and just playing it over and over and over again. I just thought it was fun. Like, that was like my experience to stage clear as a kid. You know, it's just like, yeah. Loved playing that Bowser fight. And then I played the Game Boy version of Tetris Attack and was like, you know what? You could have had something great with the Game Boy version. Instead, it's just a laggy mess. I'm sorry. Like, I recently got not a sealed copy, but like an inbox copy of it, and I have it displayed in my office. But still, I'm just like, dude, what a laggy mess. What a mess. Yeah, Cards is doing really well here. Still got a pretty decent lead. But again, this is where Ty can make up a lot of that here. Needs to get rid of those dark blues. Okay. Alright, Cards is going to get out of 4-2 right now. Yeah, Ty is now, you know, aggressively raising his stack to see where the clear line is! Oh my god! Oh my god! I thought... Wow, I was worried. I was worried there. I thought he died right there. Wow. That's just amazing awareness from Ty. Understanding what position he's in and just... Whoo! Don't do that to me, man. Don't do that to me. I'm invested in this race, and like, yeah, don't scare me like that, man. Jeez. And I would say Cards is close to maybe 60% of a stage ahead. It's getting close to 1. It's getting close to a full stage, based on my estimation. Oh god, if Cards doesn't... What is with you guys? Quit doing this to me. You're making me You're worrying me. Oh my goodness. I was fast 4-3, but Cards is out of fast 4-2 as well. Yep, we got a 1-stage lead now. So the difference is that the game speed, you know, super fast, right? But Cards can shore that up by putting more combos inside of his chain. I know that he's better at doing that than Ty, I would feel. And Ty's really good at finding 4 combos inside the chain, but Cards is really good at finding 5s, 6s, 8s, like higher combo count combos. So we'll just have to see. Cards is gonna get out of Froggy at about 13-13. All right. Man, Ty's just not getting the chains going right now. Yeah, and that's, you know, like, that's the rough thing about playing up to this spot right here is, you know, like, the dark blues are a thing, you know. Having to deal with an extra color when you're, you know, trying to find chains and everything. It gets tough. And yeah, like, you know, that was a big hurdle for me, and it was Lunar. I remember Lunar was like, shout outs to Lunar Chimera. You know, they got me to play PvP for the first time. And we were playing on speed level 8, and they're just like, you know, you just need to rip the band-aid off. You just need to lose a lot at speed 10. Because speed 8, you don't get the dark blue triangles, but speed 9 and 10 you do. So, you know, if you want to get good at, you know, like speed 10 or anything like that, you just have to rip the band-aid off and just actually do it. And, you know, it makes your decision making faster. It forces you to, you know, like, be able to make better decisions faster. Because if you don't, you know, you just lose immediately, especially in speed 10. I think that Ty is short up a little bit here. Ooh, yeah, because it used to be like a full transition. Yeah, I think Ty is caught up a little bit here, gained some time. He's not clearing anything right now. He's only clearing the top of the stack. There's, like, if you do that, there's nowhere for you to make a chain. So I think what he's doing is he's just really aggressively clearing the top of the stack and continuing to raise. That's a cool strat. I never thought of that. Yeah, and he's shoring it up, you know. It's about as close as, you know, in the Gremlin pit that we have a phrase called AFB, or away from brain, and, like, you know, that's like, so, you know, not to get whatever, but I wear, you know, the turtleneck that I wear during the tournaments. I actually wear that to work every day. And one of the reasons why I do is, you know, you've probably heard from people, it's like, well, if you just plan something like that out, you free up your brain to not think about anything else. So what's the point of this, like, weird story? Well, the story, you know, tells a lesson of, if you have things planned, if you have, like, a plan of action, it's just easy. Hold on. There we go. And, you know, when you realize that you have a plan of action, you're like, okay, this is what I'm gonna go for. You know, Ty had a plan, was just like, okay, I'm gonna clear everything on the top of the stack, and when I have room to raise, I'm gonna raise. Like, that's a plan of action. That's a way of tackling the game. And it's like, it frees your mind from having to do chains, because you don't have to worry about them, because you're not going to make chains at the top of the stack, you know. You're just going to make combos. So, okay, fair play. And Ty is gaining ground here. I feel that, yeah, Ty is, you know, doing well to gain what he can, but, I mean, he's running out of time to do so. The problem is that, you know, like, when you've... I think I heard Six say it. It's like when you come from, like, my background of just playing, you know, the versus com experience, you know, like, it's tough to learn a different style, you know, like, it's tough to force yourself to think in a different way. But, like, you know, like I said, if you're gonna be good at all the disciplines of this game, you know, like, you kind of have to learn that. You kind of have to know all the different ways of attack. What's up, Ty? What's good? It is fun to learn this in real time. Yeah, Cartesian, seriously, making up some good time here. About... Dark blues, just clear the dark blues. Yep, there you go. Yeah, yep, Ty has gained a lot of ground here. Let's see how many raises that cards needs to take. Okay, 3 raises to get to the clear line. So, yep, Ty being super aggressive with his raises, making sure that, you know, he can see everything that's going on. Yep, and is just gonna play top stack. You know what, I think in my race versus Yoshi, in which I know I'm not gonna... Again, the goal I had coming into this was I want to just PB, I want to get better. I think I'm gonna try to employ more of this top stack. Just eliminate the top of the stack as quickly as I can. I think that would be a really cool, you know, it's a cool goal to try to work towards. Man, cards really cleared that stack quickly. Was able to get to that clear line. And that's the ultimate goal, you know, like like when I talk about a plan of attack, you know, it's like it all comes down to seeing the clear line and, you know, playing to that. And it's so awesome when you when the clear line shows up and you just like scoot right under it. Yeah, that's a really cool feeling, because you're like, oh man, I really calculated that well. I really figured that one out. Because at the end of the day, this is a puzzle game, you know, and it feels good. It feels good to solve something. What was it that they like? The design of this, of like puzzle games and like puzzles and games, it's like it's not supposed to make you smarter, it's supposed to make you feel like you're smart at something. But the thing is like you have to be pretty intelligent to recognize patterns and recognize all these kinds of things. So I gotta push back against that. I think that it takes, you know, an intelligence to like understand how patterns work in a game. All right, Cards is on the clear line right now, going to, you know, we're in the last stage right now, but he's got a lot of panels still left to clear. Ooh, nice frame perfect swap. Okay, Cards is going into Bowser at 2132. Okay, and I believe that, you know, Lunar told me a long time ago, I believe a 5 chain is what's needed to just one-shot Bowser. Alright, here we go. Talk to me. Oh, geez. 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, whoa, not a 4. Uh-oh. Okay, he's gonna have to just, you know, piece him out. And time. All right. Very nicely done. Very nicely done. Ty's wrapping up right now. Yeah, these racers are going to be, pretty close. I know Ty's really is used to 45 speed, so let's see what he can do here. 10 ball. 10 combo contestant Ty. Bang. Dang. Is that another $10? Jeez, quit draining my bank account, dude. But seriously though, great race by both players. I learned a lot from watching this. I hope you all learned a lot. I hope you all learned a lot too, but let's look at those times. 22:05 for Cards, 22:33 for Ty. That's really, really sweet. Less than 30 seconds apart for the race winner. That's awesome. So Cards is going to take the star, is going to move on to the finals. And yeah, that was sweet. That was a sweet race. I had a lot of fun. I hope y'all had a lot of fun. But yep, let's go ahead and make this result official. Cards of the Heart wins the race and is going to move on to the finals of the Stage Clear Tournament for the 2024-2025 season. Congratulations. Oh man, really good stuff. That was really awesome. So let's go ahead and let's take a look at the bracket. And yep, Cards goes over, and I'm going to have to go over, and I'm just gonna play my best. Maybe Yoshi's gonna bonk 10 times. Who's to say? That would be really cool. That's why you play the game. So, I don't know what's gonna happen, but I know that, the match we're about to have is gonna be on the other side of this commercial break. So yeah, don't go anywhere. You're watching the Stage Clear Tournament. Get after it.
Welcome back to the League of Puzzle Speedrunners Tetris Attack Stage Clear Speedrun Tournament 2025. Let's get the other semifinal matchup going. It is the number 1 seed, the only champion of this tournament, this being our third installment, that is Yoshi 112, against the Beefin 314, who's been largely a very good sport about playing along this stage clear and learning how it goes. Beef's here right now, doing a little bit of a prep, and we'll chill a bit during the race. Beef, did you get anything out of watching me and Ty play that last race?
Yeah, I would say that I make way too many chains early in the run. I think I need to concentrate more on aggressive combo destruction in the first half of the game, the first half of the run, and then concentrate on making chains with combos in it in the second half of the run. And I know I can do it because I do play speed level 10, so it's more of just getting out of that, getting out of like the story mode, like the AI and how they behave. And that's basically what is stopping me a lot is, oh, well, I'm kind of measuring an attack, and it's like, I don't have to do that. I can just mow everything down and not worry about it. So I'm trying to learn that, so it's gonna be fun. Let me do that, so.
All right, well, we'll see how you apply that knowledge to this run. Good luck.
Thank you.
Alright, let the players know that they are ready to go ahead and begin. And again, this is a one-shot in the semifinals. The winner will move on to the final to face me for the title of TA 2025 Stage Clear Champion. And we shall see these two get it going in very
Good luck, homie.
short order.
Good luck, Yosh.
we'll have the beef banter throughout reacting to the gameplay. We'll see
banter
these
like
players. We'll see these players' feeds about 2.5 seconds apart. If it does make a difference, we'll cross that bridge when we get to it. But the way Yoshi is moving at present, it doesn't seem like it will play a big role. Already, Yoshi out of the first stage at 15 seconds game time. That is an absurd. That is an absurd exit to stage 1, and Beefin not slowing down too much from that, getting a 23 out of stage 1. We're probably gonna see like for most people, it's gonna be like 20 to 25 seconds out of these first few stages. For everyone not named Yoshi, that is. That's a pretty ridiculous to be done with those first 2 stages in about 30 seconds. And a little bit of extra matching done by Beefin there, but he's out after 46 seconds game time. It's hard to not look at this gameplay and not go wow at how fast Yoshi moves. Like, Yoshi's the world record holder in this category for a reason. I mean, Yoshi's basically the world record holder in every category we care about in this game. So it should make sense that Yoshi will be this kind of dominating. But to give an idea of how this stage clear mode works, there is generally an increasing number of full lines of panels that you have to get rid of in order to get every panel under the clear line. That is the goal for this mode. You have to get every panel underneath the clear line. You're practically going to have to make as many matches as you can for this speedrun as fast as you can in order to get everything under. And we can kind of see how fast Beef is trying to move here to try and keep up. It's you can definitely try to move too fast in order to get that done. Yoshi already done with the first set of stages. Round 1 complete for our defending champion, and round 2 is already there right as Beefin is going through 1-5 at a fairly comfortable pace. But you will see throughout these stages.
Okay.
You'll see throughout these stages the number of lines you'll need to clear generally goes up. It does reset a little bit at the start of each round, each set of stages. Like for instance, 1-5 required 12 full lines of panels to clear, whereas 2-1 requires 11. And that's going to be the same for 2-2 and 2-3, jumping up to 12 lines at 2-4 and 14 lines at 2-5. But what you'll also see throughout this, trying to add a little bit of challenge to most players who play this mode, is the speed level. The starting speed level does gradually increase. It tends to go up by 1 point with every every stage, and then at the start of the next round there tends to be a noticeable jump, whether it be 3 points or 4 points. 4 points. It's definitely not insignificant, and that scales all the way up to the very last stage that this speedrun will ask our players to complete, which goes all the way up to speed level 45. But we can talk more about that last stage when we get to it. And Yoshi is definitely showing why he is the undisputed champion at this mode. He might be moving towards that goal even faster than maybe he was doing in the first qualifying race of the day. Again, if you are just tuning in, we had 4 players go through 2 qualifying races of this mode in order to seed the top 4 single elimination bracket that you are witnessing now.
Okay, that's fine. That's just right at the beginning. It's totally fine. Actually, I'm not worried about it. Especially because, like, after my first split, I was 19 seconds ahead. So, like, I mean, I'm still in a decent position. I'm not worried about it.
Yeah, we're mostly here to see improvement, and it seems like you're still on that path to improvement. So keep at it.
Yeah, absolutely. Go here. Yeah.
And then
Okay. No.
Yoshi.
Don't make a chain. Boo! Why did I make a chain? Boo!
Oh man. That forethought to. It's so easy to underestimate the forethought that it takes to be efficient with your movement. Just a fundamental part of playing this game well requires you to not only know what you're swapping into, but also what that swap is going to do. Like you have to make a match and then visualize where what the stack is going to look like after you finish that particular match.
Still 5 seconds ahead.
Nice. That visualization is really critical to high-level play, and it definitely helps with the high-level speedruns of this. And not only does Yoshi have a cursor speed that very few in the speedrunning side of things can compare with, but just the overall visualization of the matches as they come. I think it was mentioned several times throughout the previous races. Just pattern recognition can go almost as far in progressing through these stages as pure cursor speed. Like maybe we saw that a little bit in the last race, where I was certainly at a major disadvantage in raw cursor speed against Ty, but perhaps just the order of operations in which I was clearing things was making things a little bit better for me overall. I'd have to double check the tape to be sure how that happened. Already done with round 3 is Yoshi, and yes, once you select the special stage in the stage selector, you can actually reset the game and go back to the stage clear menu to skip having to do the top out strategy against Special Bowser, which I think it saves like 2 seconds, if I remember right. I can never remember the timing, so I don't do it. But with Yoshi's superior experience, he definitely knows what's up there.
Oh yeah. Oh come on, that was horrible. Okay, that's fine. Okay, just keep.
There's a bit of a balance here too. I'm also noticing that I've been trying to get going in my own play. Like you want to raise the stack and get to the clear line as fast as you are able to, but in that interim, I don't know, maybe you want to try and make matches while you are raising. Like if you know like one full raise of the stack is not going to get to the clear line, which is usually not the case after round 1, then set up a little something to avoid a top out at the very beginning, and then start making your moves after that, which Yoshi is definitely putting on display right here. Like he's not more than one row up. He's like not more than 2 rows up on his stack when he gets under the line. Like the efficiency in movement and raising it's unparalleled. There's a reason Yoshi has the world record in this category.
Another gold. Nice.
Very
About
nice.
19,
Very nice.
19 and a half seconds ahead going into Bowser 1, so that's cool.
Indeed, it is. Alright. So, Beefin entering 4-1. Yoshi finishes 4-4. It's a massive lead. And there's no denying how possible this was going to be going into this tournament. Again, this is the 3rd time we've had this stage clear side event. It was in 2023 when we started doing side events for our stage clear and endless modes, and as far as this game is concerned, Yoshi's won every single one. It's every single endless tournament, every single stage clear tournament. It requires a skill set that Yoshi excels at above all others.
Pretty sweet. It's pretty sweet.
Watching his play is pure artistry. Like not that what you're doing here, Beef, is not pretty good in its own right. It's definitely see the versus mindset at play.
I mean, like yeah, what I'm doing is very like efficient for versus, and like, yeah, totally accept that. But it's all about learning new strategies, learning new styles, and all, like I said, all the different game modes of this, of Tetris Attack. So I think it's important. I kind of put it off for way too long, learning all the other game modes. So need to, shore that up.
Definitely a grind that I want to get back into in the coming years. What might help personally, and I don't know if I've revealed this on this channel, but I have to move house next month. So I've got a bunch of different things on the brain at the moment, but I have every intention, once I am fully settled, to try and start grinding things again. Think a stage clear grind might be in order, especially with that last race where I was like one bad Bowser away from a personal best after nearly 7 years of not grinding this mode at all. So it might be due.
Cool.
And Yoshi might be due on a pretty good run of their own, now entering 5-4. As Beefin is finishing 4-4. This lead is out of hand. And it's probably best we don't call out the score update every chance we get.
Yeah, don't think about it. We're having a good time, man.
No, this is not the time to.
It's all good. It's all good. I
it.
knew this was gonna happen, but like, yeah, it's just cool to be hanging out and, talking with your peeps. You know what I mean? It's been a good day. So I'm just viewing it as we're just having fun, and I have put my good time hat on. So
yeah, we'll get back to the super serial parts of the tournament later on. In fact, at the conclusion of this tournament, I'm going to have a little bit of an announcement as to when those final matches of the Versus tournament are going to happen, because there is a change that has to be made in light of
Another gold.
Nice.
Nice.
In light of the festivities that various people are having this weekend, this being Easter Sunday, as it were, some plans are going to have to change with this tournament in order for it to proceed, and I will let you know exactly what's going to happen at the conclusion of this broadcast. Here we have Yoshi on 6-1. 6-1. You have to get up. You have to go through 16 lines of panels to get to the clear line. So it might take like one full raise, match a whole bunch, and then another full raise, and then maybe you see the clear line. That might. But then again, you don't start that low either. You start with like for 6-2, you start with 6 full rows of panels already, which that's another thing I neglected to mention about this mode. At every depending on which stage you are at in the round, you will start with a varying number of panels. Like, once you get to round 3, it's actually very consistent. It's 5 lines for stage 1, 6 for stage 2, 7 for 3, 8 for 4, and 9 lines fully filled in to start round 5, stage 5, which, considering the speed levels that Yoshi's certainly playing in, Yoshi's starting at a speed level of 41, it goes up to 43 for this stage 5. That kind of heightened speed combination could prove to be a problem for various players playing through this for the first time. The years of experience that Yoshi has with this mode, that doesn't really matter. We don't really play it. We don't really need that to play into our decision making, because we're just trying to move as fast as we can to get to everything anyway.
Okay, nice.
I think we got a shot. There. Now Yoshi's on to the final regular stage. Again, 9 full lines to start. 10 more lines you need to raise to get to the clear line. This is a process to try and get through, and Yoshi just cuts through everything like it's nothing. Like, there's the clear line, and again, only reveals like the first 2. Like, it's down to row 2 after clearing this out. Unfortunately, needed one more match to get under, but Yoshi dealing with that final regular stage like it was nothing. Now for last Bowser, and it's time for a 6 chain. Now your combos and chains have to win. And at the level that Yoshi plays at, like just with all the combos, just make a 5 chain. Get all the extra combos and make a 5 chain. That's all you need. And that will punch Yoshi's ticket into the finals with a time of 19 minutes 17 seconds. Man, you can kind of tell that Yoshi's the only one in this field capable of getting under 20 minutes with any sort of consistency.
Nice.
But let's cheer Beef on as he exits round 5. Let's see how quickly he can get through round 6 and maybe drink some Mr. Pibb at the end.
Yeah, I am currently 29 seconds up. With a death again. You gotta love it.
Just a little more experience of that progress will come further and furthermore naturally. You can definitely tell from your play, Beef, that you're definitely capable of a lot better.
Oh yeah.
So, we'll be excited. I'll be excited to see how that journey goes.
Yeah. Why am I doing that? Okay, now I can have enough, I think. But I probably had enough beforehand, and I should have... Dude! That 2-chain, what are we doing here? Come on. Terrible. Alright, that's fine. We got this. We got this. It's fine. We got this. Okay.
Like, what does it mean? Like we're just here to get another PB and another $10 into the pool. Is that right?
Yeah. That's my job here. Oh yeah, talk to me. There we go. Okay. That's maybe not that many lines left.
Yeah, thanks again to Beefin for adding to the pool with the various personal bests that each player is getting in these tournaments. Now the prize pool is up to $600.06, and now the winner of this tournament's gonna get almost $25 US, which that is a pretty penny to put in for like 3 hours of play. Like we're coming up on the 3-hour mark of this broadcast by the time it's all done. Oh, okay.
Totally didn't see that. Don't worry about it. Okay, we got this. Okay.
The earlier it happens, the less damaging it gets.
We're fine.
Doing fine so far.
Thank God. Okay.
Definitely seeing some fancy chains here.
There we go. Okay. Maybe. That's okay. It's okay.
Okay, it's getting pretty low down there. Getting that stack under with 2 rows filled in. That's fairly efficient. That's like Yoshi level of efficiency. That certainly helps. But yeah, this mode does get frantic when you're trying to get a really fast time, because again, this is pure matching. This is pure speed of mental processing and also physical tapping that you have to try and balance, and it is not an easy balance for someone that is not particularly well practiced in the mode.
Yeah. Okay.
Also, get a little correction on the special Bowser skip. It actually saves 8 seconds. I really did forget it was that kind of time save. Might actually need to use that for myself in the finals, which we will bring you right after this. I already punched in the first ticket earlier. Yoshi has punched in the second ticket with this this performance here. It's so close for Beef.
This might be doable. Just have to make a baller chain here. All right. Light work.
A clean 6 chain would do it from here. At this speed, it can be done.
Oh, shoot.
Oh, that came down. That was building from
Not ready
building
for the
into
trick
a
question there.
bit of an awkward position.
Ah, darn. That's okay. That's
4
okay.
chain, almost there.
Don't worry about it. It's all good. Dang. I mean, I saved a second, from stage 6 to the finals to Bowser 2, so it's not too bad. So yeah,
Very nice.
Way to go, Yosh. Murdered me again. I think that's the reason why he was really excited to be in this tournament, so he could whoop me again. But yeah, seriously though, GG's, man. Love playing against you, and good luck in the final.
GG's again to Yoshi for that dominating performance. This has earned him, for this match, the star and the win. Well played by our defending champion. And with that, let's go ahead and make sure that we can make this result official. With that win, Yoshi punches their ticket into the finals, and quite frankly, I am mentally prepared for a beatdown. As we will see in the bracket as soon as it updates. It's 1 versus 2. I'm the 2. Yoshi's the 1. Yoshi's the overwhelming 1. Yoshi's almost certainly going to win this match. I'm just gonna be here for the same reason that Beefin is. We'll get on that PB grind. We'll see in 2 races if I can actually improve my own best time. And Beef, it sounds like we might have you on the call for that final set. You gonna be here?
Yeah, might as well. I got some other LPS past broadcasts in the background. I'm just vibing right now. I'm just enjoying this great Tetris attack action, and it's really fun and really cool to learn something from a game that I've been playing for 30 years. So I'm excited.
All right, let's get that to you then right after this. It's going to be the finals. Yoshi 112, Cards of the Hearts, coming at you on the other side of this break. We will be right back for the maybe thrilling, conclusion.
It'll be thrilling. Hello everyone, welcome back to Puzzle Games. I'm the Beefin314. You are watching the Tetris Attack Stage Clear Tournament, the 2024-2025 season. We got the number 1 seed, Yosh, defending champion. We got the number 2 seed, Cards of the Heart. This is gonna be a good one, and this is my first time playing this tournament. So it's been a lot of fun learning how all of this works with all of you. If you don't know how it works, or if you do know how it works, I hope that my commentary can teach you something. Right. We're about to start. Timers are counting down right now. I'm hoping for a personal best, even though it's cost me $40 today. I'm hoping for more personal bests. Yay, growth. Alright, here we go. Away we go. Now I get to look at how Yoshi operates. I mean, you know, when you got, you know, 500 APM, I mean, it's like, you can set everything up. See, because he's able to he's able to set up complex combos inside of the chain. I saw that he didn't want to have that. There was a little stutter step there. But yeah, that's kind of how he operated there. It's basically like, if it's not a 7 or above, he's not going to go for a chain there. He's setting up multiple lag chains. And that's kind of what you can do, especially in like easy mode in you know, the regular game mode. I don't know what you'd call it. Versus. In versus. Nailed it. Yeah, in versus, you know, like in easy, you can... It's a lot of fun when you can, you know, move really quickly and the game moves incredibly slowly and you can just set all the things up. And I think that's the big, like, you know, besides, you know, 500 APM, is because Yoshi is able to move so quickly, he's able to have more opportunities to set up those chains, those lag chains with, you know, very high combo numbers. The cards, you know, keeping pace, not too bad. Yeah, I think that was what, yeah, he did all of that in 5 seconds of the game clock, because I believe that the round started at 107, or 57, excuse me. It's just really fast. Just really fast he's able to do that. And it deals with a lot of like processing, you know, like how well are you able to calculate? How well are you able to see ahead, you know? It's really important in PvP, you know, that was a really cool skill chain right there. It's really important in PvP because, especially with the difficulty that he plays at, speed level 10, you have to know your stuff. You have to know where things are going to go, and you have to really be able to calculate, or else you're not going to be successful at the highest level. Which he is, you know, I believe he's the world number 2 behind Decibel. So, yeah, just imagine that. We have the world number 2 PvP player playing with us. It's really an honor. Meanwhile, Cards is going to get out of Yoshi's stage round 1. You know, Cards has been playing this game for a very, very long time, and I don't know. I actually honestly don't know if he's played PvP. I think he has. I think he has a PvP title under his belt. I would imagine that he's at least a platinum level player, because of while he doesn't have the speed, he mitigates it with his decision making. And that, you know, that goes a long way. It's like, oh, like I've seen this pattern many times, and I know exactly how it's going to resolve, and I know exactly how to set it up. You know, that's really important. That allows you to recognize that stuff, and you're able to move to it faster. It's when you kind of see, you know, you kind of see it in the versus speedruns, you know, when people kind of like stop, and they're just kind of like stopping their tracks. It means they don't know where, you know, they don't have a combo or a pattern that they've seen before, or they, you know, so that's kind of why they freeze. Meanwhile, like, you know, if there's a person that has really good combo pattern recognition, they're able to move much faster because they're much more deliberate in that way. Look at all those 3 pops that Yoshi's getting. That's really, really quick. That's good. 7 panels left. That should be a statistic. I might think about that for a statistic. 7 panels left. Like, what does that mean? Like, how good is that for stage clear? But I can tell you, you know, Yoshi's less than 3 minutes going into 2-5, has a full stage lead. Super strong here. Wow. Because when you play versus, you know, like, you don't send everything. You can't send everything immediately, you know, because the garbage queue is really important. I know that it seems that people who play PPL are better at this, mainly because, you know, like, their garbage queue is much more lax. You know, it doesn't hold garbage as long as Tetris Attack does. So they're able to just, you know, destroy panels really quickly, I feel. Like, one person that I thought was really cool that they're really good at stage clear is actually Kanayo. Like, Kanayo does have, I believe, a PPL background, and I remember watching their, you know, them playing stage clear, and just, I was like, wow, like, they are very, very strong at it. That's really, really cool to see. It's cool to see people thrive in different disciplines. It's like some people thrive well in PvP, and it doesn't really translate very well, like, their gameplay style. You know, so they're like basically PvP specialists, PPL specialists, Pokemon Puzzle Challenge specialists, Tetris Attack specialists. It's really cool to see that there's different, like, while we're all playing, you know, the same game, TM, it's really cool to see different disciplines thrive in different ways and to see how it manifests. Man, Yoshi's almost got the the LPS patent pending 2-stage lead going on right here. How's everybody doing today? You know, I'm enjoying the puzzle action. I'm just a casual spectator like the rest of you. I enjoy it. It is a good time, and I hope you all are having a good time. Ah, Yoshi's one line short here. Yep, able to downstack that very quickly. Yep, and the patent pending 2-stage lead is here. IBD35 says, in each mode requires different skills that are quite difficult to master. Yeah, I definitely agree with that. Like, my versus experience only gets me so far in all the other disciplines. Kind of why I feel like I crashed and burned in the PPL tournament that I played in. That, and, well, I had like two 40-second hard mode stages, which was not fun. But, I mean, you know, yeah. Each of these different modes requires different skills. By the way, shout out to all the PvP players. I know that there is an advanced level tournament that is going to happen in 13 minutes. Oh, Bowser. So good luck to you, Bowser. Good luck to you, Legshot. Wassergeist. Memcat, the current champion of the advanced tournament. Good luck to you. And who else is in it? No, I can't play in it. Legshot, Memcat. Dexerian? I don't think I've actually played you, so... But yeah, good luck to all of you. Cards is putting... Ooh, that was a beautiful 4-5 from Cards there. Yeah. And again, that's, you know, we're talking about different things in this game. You know, 5 combo patterns inside of your chain is incredibly important in versus com. You know, you clear more panels. I feel that, especially in like the later stages, like being able to add combos in your chains, you know, should be better. I mean, that's just one beef's opinion. I'm not quite sure. Yoshi's taking time to set up that 8 combo into a 2-7. That's a lot of panels getting destroyed here. Nice. Exacxes. A 2-line Exacxes. Very nice. Now Yoshi's using the top of the board strategy. It truly speaks to, you know, Yoshi's ability to change his plan and be able to, you know, adapt to the board and the situation that's in front of him. Card setting up a good 3-6, nice. Very, very nice. Yep, that was, yeah. Cards, you know, both players here demonstrating, you know, an importance of, you know, trying to get exactsies, you know, trying to not clear panels that you don't need to clear. It's like if the stage is going to be over, then you can just have it be over. You know, like, you don't need to clear extra panels if you don't need to. And the recognition of that is super important. And I experienced that when I had a little fun with the combos only and easy. You know, just that, ooh, nice frame perfect swap from cards, but doesn't get the second frame perfect swap, but, you know, good time. But yeah, you know, like in combos only, like you can't make chains. So recognizing when you're about to make a chain, that's really, really hard. Like, it's really, really hard to, like, because you have to watch your board, you have to watch the opponent's board to see what they could potentially do. You have to make sure that you're not gonna chain at all. It's just a lot of it. It makes you have to process the game in a different way. You know, because you're used to be like, oh, I need to send a chain, I need to do this, like, but no, like the game is telling you, actually, no, you can't. You have to think about the game in this way. That's tough. You have to learn, you have to play the game all over again. All over again. Not the worst thing. And both players on these last clear lines right here was one panel short, you know, had to make an additional clear. And, you know, it's not as bad as the stages progress because of how the blocks get resolved. It's much faster. But in the the earlier stages, yikes, it's like 2, 3, potentially 4 seconds. It's rough. Ah, Yoshi misses the 3-5. He'll be alright. Yeah. Yeah, buddy. Just burning him up. Yeah, Yoshi sub 1330 exiting Blarg here. Check something here real quick. Oh, card's 2 panels short. Okay. Alright. I guess 1 panel short. Okay, gets that out of there. And it's out of Froggy. Very good. Let me see this. Alright, there we go. Alright, both players now in Blarg. Yoshi with a pretty good lead here. Still just tearing these panels up, is just basically doing the just 3-popping them. Just getting rid of them. Just not even thinking about forming a combo or anything like that. I mean, basically 1 line short here. It's gonna downstack it correctly. Yep. Very nice. Okay, yeah. Yoshi's on a pretty good pace. Yoshi's, yeah, sub 15 exiting. You know, exiting that. That's really, really strong. Burn panels the game, says Bowser. Blames you. You got that right. Yeah, Yoshi is just going after it. All right, Card's getting a pretty good 5-2 there. Looking strong. Two 5, 3-5. Yeah, 3-5 for Cards. Not really much else. Not really anywhere else to go with that. That's good. I don't think Cards expected that drop when that happened. I think it was probably better that it resolved that way because it didn't trigger a chain animation. So it's better, I suppose. Yoshi not finding a decent chain there to start things. It has to probably start 3-popping here. Yeah, it's just gonna aggressively 3-pop. That was not ideal. But he's recovering nicely. Cards is, getting through Blarg pretty well, actually. Nice. Very nice. Ooh, nice 9 combo formation. I love when you're able to put like an 8 or 9 in your chain. Like the crazy things that they look like. It's like I don't know, like I watch yeah, okay, you can call me a loser or whatever when I say this, but I watch like Scrabble videos, which is a lot of fun. Because that's a game about pattern recognition too, you know what I mean? So they talk about, like making bingos 7-letter words, right? But, the top players learn how to make 8 and 9 and 10-letter words, by recognizing those words and patterns. It's really, really cool, especially when you get to like 8 and 9 combos in your chain, like how do you form that? Like basically like you glue together a 5 and a 3 somewhere else. But it's really sweet when you can get it. Sweet when you can get it all in one color, which is also really fun. Man. Alright, Yoshi's on a sub 19 right now, so that's still pretty strong. Cards is getting out of 6-1 in a good pace as well. Let me... Or 5. Dunzo. Time. Good stuff. With an 1844 officially. We'll clock that in after Cards is done. Yeah. Super strong, and that's 16 seconds off of world record. I mean, he was on world record pace, I believe, going into 6. So, yeah, very, 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 very good performance there. Very, very strong. Cards has got a good run going himself, Cards has got a really good run going himself, so let's go. Just needs to start making some more matches here. Okay, there we go. There we go. Let's go. Nice. Insta. Got the Insta there. Exactsies. It's exactsies. If I'm gonna coin these phrases, I need to get my own phrases right. Jeez. Get better material. Yeah, I know. And Cards is actually, you know, not that far behind from his own PB on pace, you know. I do not know if it was on controller or not. But, you know. At some point it doesn't matter. At some point it doesn't matter if it's on controller or not. You just have to know how to do the things. Yeah, and Cards not happy about that one. Those panels cleared very nicely. There we go. There we go. Nice. Ah, couldn't get the 3 chain there. Unfortunate. Yeah, just gonna start 3 popping here. 4 combo. 2-5. Yeah, 2-5. 3-4. 4. Ooh, beautiful lag chain. There we go. 6 combo. Could have made an 8, but or 9, but decides against it. Ooh, moves the greens out of the way. Very nice. Okay. All right. Let's see if we can one-shot this Bowser. Two, 3, 4, 6. That's good. Game, blouses, bang. Get out of here. Get one shot. And another race time personal best for Cards. Cards is going to get a 22-32. The Yoshi, you know, what a performance. 18-44. Another sub 19 on this one. Gets game 1 right there. Very nice. Very nice. I'm going to go ahead and get race room 2 set up. So, if you're watching on Twitch, you know, continue hanging out, having a good time. If you're on YouTube, I'll see you on the other side. So, timers are counting down. Let's, I would love to answer some questions from the chat. I would love to answer whatever thoughts you have, whatever you want to bring to me. We'll be here for about 25 minutes, so I'll answer whatever questions you've got, as long as they're LPS appropriate. Oh wow, beautiful, again, beautiful lag chain from Yoshi. Alright, setting up a pretty good send here. Whoa, that was really cool. And Cards recognizing that, you know, he needed one more clear in order to, you know, get that stage down. That's, yeah, very nicely done. Yoshi setting up another double lag chain right there. Cards is not going to be outdone. Gonna multitask pretty well. That's a really good skill to learn in this too, is multitasking. I was talking about it earlier for PvP, but the more I'm watching this, the more I'm seeing that it, you know, it transfers over. The skill set transfers over. Yoshi finally getting the clear line exposed there. Nice. Very nice. Like the race room's name is Clean Mewtwo, which is hilarious. For you PPL fans out there. Cards is doing pretty well, keeping up here, you know. Probably, basically, I would say a full board behind. A full raise behind, I guess I would say. too shabby. Nice horizontal 2-8. That was awesome. Very, very well done to see that combo, or that combo pattern recognition. I don't think Yoshi wanted that. Once the 8 combo here, though. This should do it. Oh, yeah, didn't, yeah. Yeah, he didn't like that. Didn't like the missing the triangle right there. Okay, though. All right, card's falling right up. Yep, sees that he was going to be, clear into a combo inside the chain, so wanted to save some time there. And that's interesting. Wow, double 8 right there. Yeah, Yoshi instead decided to break it. I guess it would take more time to resolve as a chain. Oh, I guess you wouldn't have as much time. You wouldn't be able to raise the stack as soon. That makes sense. Three, 5. I see a 3-5 up there. He's just not gonna go for it. Just gonna continue setting up lag chains. Card's on a 2-1. Keeping it up, He was really worried coming into this, would he be able to keep pace? And yeah, I think he's doing a really good job. I mean, it's, you're going up against this guy, so I feel that, if you're able to keep it close, keep it tight, I mean, that's admirable. Very admirable. Yeah, okay, nice. Cards understood that he had to not swap into that clear, but yeah, Yoshi got a frame perfect swap 2-6 there. I don't know if he wanted that. But looking good right now. Another frame perfect swap. Gonna set up a 3-5 right there. Gonna start raising. Yep. 8 combo. Yep. Alright, card's getting out of 2-3, keeping it close. Ooh, Exacxies for Yoshi right there. 446 leaving 2-4. Okay. Pretty good pace. Still a pretty good pace. Yep, Yoshi's just in full Pac-Man mode, just burning it down. Oh, wow. Shouts to Pac-Man too. Do they even have Pac-Man 99 anymore? That game completely rules. I love that game. I hope they do. Yoshi's, one clear short. Yeah, yep. Does not like that unforced error there. And Cards is actually less than a stage behind for Yoshi going into 3. Very, very good effort here. Cards freezes a little there, doesn't know how to start the next combo, next chain right there. Guy in the house saying, got to see the challenge finals live for Pac-Man 99 at PAX East. That's dope, man. Do they have panel attack tournaments there? You're the community? I knew that. Based on kind of what I'm seeing here, 8 combo, bang, 8 combo. Nice. Wow. Beautiful lag chain setups, just destroying an entire board really, really quickly. Understanding how to swap into an 8 combo there. Yep, that's it. Card's not to be outdone. Nailed it. Okay, Ty, what kind of Tetris attack tournaments do they have? Now you have to tell me. Now you have to tell the world what PAX has for aspiring Tetris Attack players. As we're watching this awesome gameplay. Yoshi didn't recognize that green pretty quickly, but, you know, just makes up for it real fast. Leaving 3-3. Alright, Card's getting out of 3-3, still keeping it, you know, keeping it relatively close, you know. Wow, another double lag chain there. Beautiful. Yoshi's just a little bit short. Okay. Cards' dog is really close. Good sends. Nice. So Ty, when you say versus, it's basically like, you know, like PvP, but in Tetris Attack. That'd be wild because, you know, because of the inherent lag in Tetris Attack. That would, you know, that would be really cool because Panel Attack runs at a smooth, crispy 60 frames per second, and that'd be really interesting to see how that discipline would change. That's sweet. But Yoshi is going into the frog really quickly. And this is where, you know, this is where the game speeds up again. We're introducing those dark blue triangles. Man, another 8 combo right there. That's something I need to try to mitigate, is getting blocked by the by resolving garbage. That's something that I need to be better about in like regular like versus play. All right, Blame. Have a good one. Good luck in the tournament. And Cards, looks like Cards is employing the skip. Or I guess it's not the skip. I guess it is the skip, because it's Bowser 1 skip. Nice. Almost got the 3-5 there, but I don't think Cards had a way to complete it. It's a forward chain right there. Ooh! Yoshi with the one-line exactsies. You gotta love that. You gotta love a one-line exactsies. Learning those 2 6s is really sweet. Those like horizontal 2-layer 6s. Those are tough to learn. Those are tough to, you know, because you have to, basically what you're doing is you're judging what the elevation is going to be after the blocks have fallen. You know, sometimes that's tough to calculate. But you know, you gotta know how to do it if you're gonna, you know, do the things. Yeah. And you see it right there, like, Yoshi didn't make a 2-6 there. Instead, you know, just cleared it regularly. And, you know, was able to raise the stack earlier. Interesting. It's really cool what you can learn from watching players at the highest level doing this. It's sweet. So I guess it must be starting stack dependent, like which kind of attack like style you're gonna do. Like, I guess if you can find a bunch of bigger combos, you would want to use Vac Tactic, but I guess you can't raise the stack until all the blocks have fallen. So I guess that would be a good reason to play top stack, mainly because you don't have there's no blocks to fall. It's the same way in the Game Boy version of Tetris Attack, where you actually have to wait for like all the blocks to fall before it will actually deal the damage to the opponent. And yes, I said damage. So kind of like how the Bowser 1 and 2 fights are. Well, I guess not the first one, but each enemy has health and you have to drain it. Kind of like Pokemon Puzzle Challenge if you haven't played that. It's the same kind of core loop there. So, thinking about positions where the blocks don't fall, it's that kind of stuff adds up. That kind of stuff adds up over a run. Kind of like akin to like arm pumping in Super Metroid, I feel. Kind of like that. It just incrementally, gains you time. In like a very subtle, very subtle way. Nice. Yeah. A little quarter second miss by Yoshi there. Could have done the chain, but probably was faster just to break the resolution of the chain and clear it separately. And see, a lot of this is just pattern recognition and being able to get to it. Like recognizing, oh, this formation makes a 6. This formation makes each formation makes different things. And he understands that very well. Ooh, wow. Top it, he's already dead. Jeez. That was a beautiful frame perfect swap clear into like a 4 combo and all the things. Very nicely done. All right, card going all the way up to the top of the stack. I wonder, that's the thing, I wonder what's better, like raising your stack to see where the clear line is, or not. I guess if you know where the clear line is, you don't need to raise the stack. You can just clear the beginning stack. Probably the best tactic. Start clearing stuff, just get it out of there. Alright, cards of a 5-3. Go and get it. Jeez. Nice. 8 combo here. Yep. He ain't missing an opportunity to make that. He's got 8 combos to make. Come on. Very nice chain from cards. Yep, that's gonna get that stuff out of there. Incidental dark blue triangle, or dark blue block clear there. That chain was definitely not intended. Yoshi raising his stack all the way up to see where the clear line is. Ooh, that's a scale chain right there. Frame perfect 2-8. Very disjointed, but, you know, getting there. Ooh, nice frame perfect slide from cards. That's the kind of stuff you can get away with in higher speeds. I feel like it's easier to do that stuff because it just feels more frame perfect. With the other ones, you have to have like the right timing and everything. That's boring. Timing, who wants that? What is this, third strike? Very nice. All right. 12 minutes in game for Yoshi, going into 6-5. Cards right now at 6-1. Good stuff. Okay. Yep, Yoshi just finding all the combos here. Now gonna 3-pop, but it's gonna be a line short. Alright, there we go. Not bad. Yoshi's about to enter the final stage here. Bowser 2. Mario Boogaloo. Alright, let's see what Yoshi's gonna cook here. Oh wow, I think he's gonna be swagging here. Swag? 9. Not dead yet. I think he was expecting like a much bigger combo inside that chain. And there we go. Nicely done. Nicely done. He's going to clock in with an official race time of 19 minutes and 31 seconds. Very, very well done. Another sub 20. I think he's sub 20 to every race but one. So, very good showman, man. Good stuff. Nice horizontal chaining there. That's a really good skill to learn, you know. Horizontal chaining is, you know, really, really strong when you can get it, because basically what I mean is getting the skill down, because it's very, very applicable. It's not like pattern dependent. It's not like I have to make a 5 combo here. It's just being able to recognize, you know, if you can horizontal chain well. It's like, okay, this is a position where I can do that. It's slow, sure, but if you need to be able to make chains consistently, that's probably the best way to learn it in the beginning. Having said that, like, I feel it's the building block. It's not the end result. Like, when you get to the highest levels, like these two are, like, you know, like, you kind of want to look at horizontal chaining as a last resort, because it is, you know, it can be the slowest way to chain. There we go. All right, cards into 6-5 now. Yo, Conch! Galloping Conch with the raid. Thanks, man. Yo, the ale. The ale. Hope you're doing well today. We're just here, we're just chilling, we're just watching this stage clear tournament. We're watching cards finish up 6-5 here. Yeah, and that's the thing with this mode. Like, I think the reason why, you know, like, I don't run it very much, I guess I haven't wanted to, is because it's grueling. There's not a lot of downtime. With, you know, with the versus game mode, like, you know, there's a lot of downtime. It's Tetris Attack, the menuing, the ride, the game. But let's see how Cards is going to finish Bowser 2 here. Double swap. Okay, 2-5 there. 3. Misses the frame perfect there. Gonna attack with more combos here. 4. Nice time. All right. Good stuff. Yep. GG collapse from Cards there. And, yep, let's go ahead and let's break down these times here. It is going to be Cards of the Heart, consistent, 22:46, not bad, but Yoshi with the 1931 with another sub 20 is going to take his second star. And still, Tetris Attack, stage clear champion. Well done. Well done. Very well done. GG's going all around. All that stuff. Yep. Very, very well done. Congratulations to Yoshi. And, yeah. Let's just go ahead and let's make this official right now. With a score of 2-0, here is your winner, and still Tetris Attack stage clear champion, Yoshi112. Congratulations. You're going to win some more cash to go along with your endless belt that you won, and the money that you're going to win, that you've already won for, you know, the World Championship. And, yeah, I think I've got cards now. I'm about to have cards in here, as we're going to look at the bracket one last time. Yeah, Cards. How do you feeling after those 2 races? You know, how do you feel that your play was?
Well, at the start of the tournament, I was like, yeah, this is a mode I was really lacking in training in. Like, yeah, this is what I should be working on at some point soonish. And then by the end here, man, I am really feeling why I do not play this mode, because the pain that my left hand is trying to get into right at this moment is just, it's so much, and I wasn't even moving near at Yoshi speed. So that might go to show what it takes to get a world record caliber time at this level. Just Yosh, like. Oh, this is what Wizard Person or I are gonna have to deal with next week, huh?
Seems that way. Yeah.
Oh man, that is crazy. Crazy indeed. GG's once again to Yoshi, and still the only stage clear event champion that we have ever had. At some point, we need to just get together and grind and put up a fight, because this one was not close.
Keep it up, man.
Yeah, we'll keep doing this and put up some sort of challenge at some point, and maybe one day Yoshi will take a break and let us have one of these days. That's also a possibility. But yeah, with all that said, I don't think there's really much else left to be said. Let's go ahead and wrap this up in just a little bit, because man, oh man, that was fun to be able to get that tournament going. And congratulations once again to Yoshi on putting up such a great show and showing us why they are the undisputed speedrun king of Tetris Attack, Beef, any final thoughts from playing, watching, whatever you were able to see today?
Yeah, it was just really sweet to see the game in a different light. It's really cool to engage the game in a different way, and to watch three players who are much better at it than me, do it and learn from their play. It's really cool to watch better people play the game. That's kind of how you get better, is you see how they're doing it and you do it too. But yeah, once again, congratulations to Yoshi, still stage clear champion. Very well done. Congrats to second place Cards, third place Ty, and fourth place me on the KMEC cam right here. But yeah, I want to thank everybody that came out. Could have been anywhere in the world this weekend. You spent some time here with all of us in the Chilled Beef, and we appreciate that.
Indeed, we thank you all for watching, and keep supporting that prize pool. Prize pool definitely got a few bumps today. Thanks again, Beef, for that.
Yep.
And hopefully we can make it more worth our while for all the players that play in these tournaments. It's already been quite the journey so far, but the light is at the end of the tunnel. Unfortunately, we're gonna have to take a bit of a detour because this weekend is Easter weekend. It's Easter Sunday for us American plebes, and maybe North American plebes might be more accurate, because Wizard Person's not here. He's doing some Easter celebrations of his own, so he will not be around this weekend, which means no Losers Finals match tomorrow as originally scheduled. So, next weekend, we're going to have a little bit of a doubleheader, as it were.
Oh, yeah.
Either me or Wizard Person's going to have to play 2 matches on back-to-back days. We'll get the Losers Finals going at the usual time on Saturday the 26th, and then on Sunday the 27th, the one and only Yoshi will await the winner of that match. So we will still have a champion crowned next weekend, but we've got to go a little bit different direction to make sure it's going to happen. But as far as this stage clear tournament, it is finally time to bring this to a close and give some hands some time to recover, I suppose. For Beef in the 314 and everyone at the League of Puzzle Speedrunners, this has been Cards of the Heart, and until next time, everyone, happy puzzling.
Later.